Okay. Well, I want to talk about trying new things and why it's important. And a lot of it follows what Shelley was saying, and it's sort of how to get to the point where you can develop resilience. So, the three things that I'm going to be mentioning are one, why it's important to try not just new things, but to try new things that have the chance of making you feel stupid or foolish. And how somebody believing in you can make it easier for you to take that risk just in case things don't work out. And then some of the amazing things that can happen when you do try new things. So this picture is me back when I first came to Japan. And that at that point in my life, that was the biggest new thing I had ever tried. And I didn't speak the language. I couldn't read, I couldn't write, and I felt pretty stupid on a regular basis. And I still, 30 years later, I still feel pretty stupid on a regular basis because there's always something that I don't understand. But when I was in Japan, I thought that it was really important to try new things because that feeling of not understanding and feeling stupid, that's exactly how my students feel all the time when they're trying new things. And I don't want to forget that feeling. So at one point, after I had taken a break from teaching to have a baby, Oxford University Press asked me if I'd like to be part of the writing team for their Let's Go project, which was also another really new thing because there weren't other EFL course books for children. So we were lucky that they were willing to try something new too. But it was really scary for me to become a writer. I had never done that before. Speaking, no problem. Put me in a group of 1,000 teachers and I'm fine. But writing something that other people were going to read, that was scary. Luckily, I had editors and co authors that believed that I had something that was worth saying and it was worth learning how to write in order to do that. And because I said yes to something that was scary, then I've had a chance to be part of millions of children's English life. And I've also had a chance to work with a lot of their teachers in countries around the world. And one of those teachers that I met through Let's Go is Naoko. And Naoko came to a publisher presentation and afterward came up to say hello. Now, that was scary enough to come talk to the author after the workshop. And I said, well, why don't we go get coffee? So we went off across the street and we were drinking coffee. And Naoko shared about being insecure in her English and how she didn't feel like she was really qualified to be a teacher because her English wasn't very good. And another one of the teachers at the table said, it's nothing you need to worry about. Because if somebody says, how are you? And you answer yellow banana, they're going to understand what you meant. And the purpose of English is communication. You don't have to be perfect. Well, that was Naoko's start. And she's come way far from that day to where she's also presenting. And you'll see her in later slides. But that also gave her the name for her English school. And it gave her a great motto for life, I think. Now, through teachers like Naoko is how I got involved with ITDI because I met those teachers and I met them once. And then, I might not go back to their country again. And finally, technology caught up. So when ITDI asked me if I wanted to be part of an English for Teachers program, um, I was scared because I'd never written an online course before, but it was also exciting. And I did feel pretty stupid because I made a lot of mistakes. But because I said yes, I've had the chance to meet some of the most amazing teachers that, I hope that you get a chance to meet as well. I've had a chance to try a lot of new things, partly because I had a lot of encouragement from teachers in the program who would come up and tell me that it was making a difference for them. So, for example, here's Rose and Ruthie. Rose is in Brazil and Ruthie is here in Japan. And both of them came into ITDI saying that they didn't have a lot of confidence in their own professional strength. They didn't feel like they were professional teachers, and they didn't have confidence in their profession. So they attended online courses and challenged themselves and discovered that they were actually really talented and really smart. And that's my words for them, not necessarily their words. But they went back to college to get their master's degree. And now both of them are reaching out to other teachers. Rose lectures, and she's developing amazing computer games and things for kids. And that's her avatar there in Minecraft. And Ruthie does incredible videos and has applied what she learned in graduate school to her own school. Here's three. I love Barbie. It's Dora, Barbie, and Alexandra. Dora is in Greece, Barbie is in Hungary, and Alexandra is in Russia. Now, Barbie describes them as members of the same tribe, separated by countries. And you'll find them at conferences all across Europe, whether they take the bus to get there, whether they give up on sleep, whether they give up on eating so they can save the money to attend. You rarely will see that kind of dedication. And they reach out to other teachers. You know, they're some of the busiest teachers I've ever met trying to make their way. And I like to think that we are all part of the same tribe. But you'll find them blogging, you'll find them presenting, you'll find them mentoring other teachers, and you'll find them supporting each other. Now, these teachers I'm introducing you to is not just because they are amazing teachers by themselves, which they are, and they're all very special to me, but also because I'm hoping that you can see yourself in some of the things that they've tried. I'm hoping that you might see other teachers that you know in some of the things that they've risked. And I'm hoping that you can see ways that you might be able to encourage other teachers to take those chances. So, for example, learning to present at a conference is a very scary thing. Now, you'll see Nalco again there, and she's getting much braver at presentations. Icha is in there holding the stockings, and I met her through Twitter, but she introduced herself quite often in presentations as a little kindergarten teacher. Indri is in the picture at the top right, and after the first event she attended, she emailed me that ITDI was the first group that ever believed in her. And I don't know how anybody could not believe in her. She's such an amazing teacher. Now, one of the things that I'm suggesting here is that do a presentation together. Like, if you're really confident presenting, support somebody else, help them. Now, you'll see Anne down there in the bottom, and you'll never see her in front of the spotlight if she can avoid it, but she's always the first teacher that people mention as supporting them. And you'll see some great guys there too. Oops, wrong button. And now Anna and Nina are both really good at putting themselves out there. And this is such a great example of mentoring not having to be experts. The best mentoring is often friends. Nina is in Indonesia and Anna was in Russia. Now, Nina is a language school teacher, not the person you imagine doing international research, but she also has put herself out there in presentations at international conferences. She does research with world-class academics and publishes and presents about it, even though it's scary for her to do that. And her voice is so valuable. Now, Anna fell in love with Japan and found a way to get a job here teaching at a university, even though English isn't her first language either. So she put herself out there risking a lot of rejection in order to accomplish her goal. So what I think I'm going to end up suggesting here is I'm hoping you can see why it's important to always try new things. Whether those new things are traveling, learning new things, building new teaching skills, connecting with other teachers, sharing with other teachers, blogging, presenting, or encouraging other teachers or supporting other teachers. And I hope that you have some ideas after watching this. Oh, yeah, that's actually Shelley there when we were first trying Second Life together. Thanks a lot.